Hello darts nuts, I'm going to review a set of the new Winmau Sub Zero darts. This is a new model to the Sub Zero range. There's quite a few new models. These retail for around £20. They're an 80% tungsten dart and this is a 24 gram model. So let's have a look what you get. Inside you've got a Winmau plastic case for storing the darts. On the back of the checkout chart, I never noticed that before, it says Richard Ashdown checkout table. I don't remember it saying Richard Ashdown on the other ones, so whether that's a new thing I don't know. And you've got some Sub-Zero pear-shaped flights. Darts are fitted in a point protector. You got your 3 barrels obviously, and some blue anodized alloy shafts, medium. So that's what's in the box. Let's have a close look at the darts. Here's the close look at the Sub-Zero 24 gram darts. It's fitted with a black coated point and you've got a pretty shallow bull nose, and as you can see it's a classic straight barrel ring grip dart. It's quite a shiny dart as well, so it's quite striking with the blue rings, and the bulk of the barrel is made of these thinly cut rings with just a smooth section near the rear. It's probably a medium level of grip, but feels to be some grippiness just on the tungsten itself. I think a lot depends on the individual. My fingers just probably have just about the right level of moisture for smooth darts, whereas some people might have problems, so I think I can feel more grippiness, which is just personal to me I think, but physically the dart itself is just a medium level of grip. And then you've got your blue alloy medium shafts and these quite nice Sub-Zero pear shaped flights. So I'll let you look at the dart, then I'll put the detailed close-up up. Alright then, here's the detailed look. Here's the detailed look at the darts. It's got a square bull nose to the barrel with a very small smooth section at the front of 2.3mm, and then the bulk of the barrel is made up of this ring grip with fairly wide rings and grooves. That's about 34.1mm, and then there's a smooth band near the rear with the Winmau logo, and that's about 7.6mm wide. Then there's a couple of more rings and grooves, that's 5.2mm, and then a small section on the rear of 1.7mm. Overall length is 50.9mm and the width is 6.57mm. I'll just do some measurements of the barrel. Barrel length is 50.92mm. Should be even width throughout. 6.57, 6.58, 6.57, and then it tapers a little bit near the very end. 6.5. I'll just weigh the barrels to compare the weight. That's 24.09. It's 24.12. 24.1, and the weight with the supplied setup is 26.12. Alright, let's see if I can find the balance point. My guess is it's probably going to be close to the centre, maybe just in front. Yeah, just in front of centre, not much. And with the supplied setup, it's pretty much bang in the centre. Alright then, that's the detailed look at the Sub Zero 24-gram darts. Classic straight barrel dart, like I said, with a classic ring grip. It's probably going to suit a lot of different types of grips. So let's give them a throw and see how they go. I'm holding the darts near the front of the barrel, pretty close to the front. It's how I tend to grip a dart like this naturally, but I don't know if it's because of the setup, but when I've thrown the darts it's kind of doing that a little bit, flying sideways. Could be a little bit of to do with the setup and how I'm releasing it, because I normally use standard shape flights as well, which normally give me a little bit more drag. But I'll have a few more throws from there. I mean, it seems to be going where, more or less where I'm throwing it. It's just that it tends to over exaggerate that sideways movement a little bit. So I'll have a few more throws there, then I'll try throwing it from the middle and the rear just to see how the balance feels from there. But I suspect it's more to do with the setup than it is the dart. I'm still getting that sideways movement. I'll just try and throw it from the middle just to see what it feels like from there. I'm still getting a bit of sideways movement though, but I think it might be the setup, so I'll have to try with some standards, I think. But throwing from the middle there, it's not doing it as much as it was from the front. I'll just try from the rear section now. So it's not my natural grip, like I've said before, but it seemed to do it less from the rear. But I'll have another throw from the rear and then I'll swap the flights over. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, it does it a lot less from the rear, but I'm not a natural rear gripper. So I'll change my flights to standards and see if that makes a difference. Right, I've just put some standards on now. I'll just give it another go, see if it has any effect. does just a tiny little bit of side movement there, but not as bad as it was before. It's flying a lot better for me with these flights. I think there's just enough drag with the standard flights for me, and I think with the other ones it was flying a bit too quick through the air. That's probably why I was getting a bit of sideways fishtailing, but when I released it before, it almost seemed as if it was going through the air like sideways, and most of the darts were hitting the board at a sideways angle as well, but it doesn't seem to be doing that as much now with the standard flights. But I still think it's probably a little bit better balanced just around here, so maybe better for centre and rear grippers. The grip on the dart itself is it's not an aggressive grip, but it's probably a good medium level grip. There's still plenty of grip there, and it should be a good dart for a beginner really, because it's just a nice classic barrel shape. I'll just have a few more throws with my front grip. So there you go, it's the Winmau Sub Zero 24-gram darts. It's a good classic barrel dart that should be good for beginners. There's not a lot can go wrong with this kind of dart really. It just depends on your grip really and your setup. And like I said, it worked a lot better for me with the standard flights, but it's a good solid basic dart really. So there you go, that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.